The President's Media Division issuing a release says the President has not mentioned any involvement of an Indian intelligence service in the alleged plot to assassinate him. The PMD issued this press release after an article was published in the Hindu newspaper today.
The Hindu newspaper reported today that at Tuesday's cabinet meeting, President Sirisena reportedly said, quote-unquote, "The Indian national must be a raw agent trying to kill me." The article goes on to say, quote-unquote, "The Indian Prime Minister may not be aware. That is often the case. Trump may not be aware of CIA's similar moves." Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe is due to reach India during the weekend and call on Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi. The media reported today that the President did not approve a cabinet paper submitted by the Prime Minister to hand over the East Terminal of the Colombo port to India for development. Issuing the release, the President's Media Division said the President has not mentioned any involvement of an Indian intelligence service in the alleged plot to assassinate him. The release goes on to say that at the said cabinet meeting yesterday, the President emphasized the need to conduct a comprehensive investigation into the alleged assassination plot. The release further says, among other topics discussed at various times during the said cabinet meeting was the development of the eastern terminal of the Colombo port. The President's Media Division says the High Commissioner of India called on the President this morning, and during the meeting all matters were clarified and bilateral relations were reassured. Secretary to the Cabinet of Ministers S. Abhay Singha has also issued a release today stating that the statements published by the newspapers were false. No, there was no such statement made by the President at yesterday's cabinet meeting. Yes, he said that there is something against him. This was not said at this moment, it was said some other time. What happened to Nalaka Silva? I do not know still. I have not been informed. Not just the Hindu. What has been reported by all the newspapers is wrong. Why would the Hindu be special? The Hindu newspaper had published this article when the Prime Minister is due to engage in a tour to India this Friday. Yesterday, they reported that the progress of certain projects that are to be carried out by India in Sri Lanka are slow. The Hindu reported yesterday that from the Indian side, priority projects in the island include the Mattala Airport near the China-controlled port in the southern Hambantota district, the Palali Airport in Jaffna in the northern province, the Trincomalee oil tank farm in the east, the East Container Terminal at the Colombo port, and a liquefied natural gas plant in Keravalapitia, north of Colombo. One can question as to whether there is a conspiracy to create a turmoil after the President is said to have made a strong statement about the country's resources. On a prior occasion, Maria Al-Habib of New York Times filed a report that the former President had obtained a bribe from China. Maria Al-Habib was based in New Delhi, and several weeks after her article, the former President called on the Indian Prime Minister. When the Prime Minister is about to travel to India, once again, the Hindu, which is an Indian media outlet, is trying to report certain facts about the President. The editor of the Hindu newspaper, N. Ram, and Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe are close friends. They have met each other on several occasions here at home as well as in India, and the newspaper has written many articles praising and commending the Prime Minister. It is clear before the public of the country as to who has the ability to publish a statement allegedly made by the President on international media. All this is unfolding against a backdrop where the former TID chief DIG Nalaka de Silva is being investigated for plotting to assassinate the President. 2 LMG-type firearms were issued to the TID, and those weapons too are now at courts. The various parties that are revealing details about this case have cast suspicions on the involvement of the IGP of the country as well. When an Indian national was arrested for being involved in the case, the Indian High Commission in Colombo was quick to respond, saying that the arrested individual was mentally ill. The High Commission made this statement, and it is not clear as to what scientific data backed their claim. Don't these issues raise serious concerns among the public?
He had a map in his hand which he claimed he got from the post office. When questioned, he said they drew the mail route for him. This person tells me about all the secret assassinations around the world on the second day he came. This is a person who was well informed about these secret assassinations. So this is no ordinary person. That is something that even I understand. This person continues to speak of how people are killed by chemical attacks and poisonous weapons. He said you must protect yourself because there is a threat to your safety. And if there is no one for your protection, I will stay with you.
වාගේ ආරක්ෂාවට කවුරුත් නැත්තම් මම ඔයා ළඟ නවතින්නම් කියලා තමයි කියන්නේ.
මේ අත්අඩංගුවට අරගත්තු ඉන්දියා ජාතිකයා.
This Indian national who was taken into custody came to my house twice looking for me as well. When we looked into who this person is, turns out that the name he produces in Sri Lanka is not the name he carries in the RAW organization. His name is Rajendra Kumar. Spies trained by RAW are given an identity card and an identity number. The identity number Rajendra Kumar is given by RAW is RB317217/VJ. Rajendra Kumar had first come to the country before the 2015 presidential election as a person seeking political refuge. He has since been working as a spy for RAW. He has been living here not by earning through a job, but with the money given to him by RAW. This is why the Indian High Commission was quick to state he was a mental patient the moment he was arrested.
මේ නිසා තමයි මොහු අත්අඩංගුවට පත් වූ වහම ඉන්දියානු මහ කොමසාරිස් කාර්යාලය කිව්වේ ඔහු මානසික ලෙඩෙක් කියලා.
The people of Sri Lanka expect a clarification from those who are accountable to validate the claims made by Namal Kumara and Vimal Veerapangsa as true or false. Nevertheless, it is clear that what is priority to Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe at the end of the day is to sell off the country's valuable resources to other countries in the world. He has been given no power whatsoever to create agreements with another country. He does not have the mandate of the cabinet at the very least to do so. The people of Sri Lanka are already facing the consequences of the free trade agreement Minister Malik Samaravikrama signed with Singapore. The general public are well aware that those who have signed such agreements using the people of this country as scapegoats have certainly made their own pockets full. The bottom line is, they are selling this country to the world through various conspiracies. At a time when all routes of income to the country have collapsed and at a time which is opportune for the country to generate income, Ranil Wickremesinghe is practically donating and auctioning off the country's economy to the regional powerhouses as if it were his personal property. Therefore, we question, what right does the Prime Minister have to do this? What right does he have to hand over the country's resources to the powerhouses in the world? We report, you decide.